Greetings, gamers, and welcome to the duo Ramble with Nothard and I. So in this Ramble, we're most specifically going to attack the question about the collection log, and if it is completable. So I'm in a Discord called the Collection Log Discord, and there's a lot of gamers in there, and they had started a sheet about collection log hunting, and more specifically to count how many hours it takes. Now I took their sheet and adjusted some of the rates, and added some of the missing elements that they were missing from the sheet itself, and I was able to estimate how many hours the collection log, green log, for absolutely everything, including clue scrolls, would take. I'm going to go over each section with you, and we can talk about it. And Nahard's going to get his live opinion. This was not leaked to him in advance, so this is all new for him. So Nahard, would you like
Yeah,
to
I'm
introduce
excited.
yourself?
What's up, guys? I'm Nothard, or however you want to call me. I'm a fellow Ironman collection log enthusiast, also completionist in terms of other goals I have on my account. But yeah, we're here about the insane collection log. Lone Gym Rat, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Well, thank you for attending, dude. We've been trying to host this for a while, but it's just like, we're both too busy,
Yeah,
life.
bro, life and Rudy.
It's a hard mix.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's why we do it. We love it. We love it.
All right, so I got a little paper here with some values, and we can go over it. And of course, call me out if you see anything interesting that we can discuss.
Mhm.
Firstly, I want to shout out the first skin. I hope I'm saying his name right. He initiated the sheet, and I'm gonna also link the Discord for the collection log Discord in the description below. So make sure you join if you enjoy collection log hunting. There's a lot of gamers in there. Rank 1, 2, and 3. They're both in there. They're all three of them are in there, and I think rank 1 is 1,320 slots right now, which is it's
Mad.
double digits remaining, which is crazy.
Mad.
But like we're gonna see that he's not actually that close. you know?
Yeah,
But
that's rough.
let's jump into it. So I'm gonna go straight into the bosses section. So these are all the bosses that are on the bosses section of the collection log. And of course, some of them the assumptions are very inefficient. So, and also remember that these are for Ironman rates. So if you're a main, you can definitely get over these rates. I use some kills per hour that I have gotten in the past that's very reasonable to attain, and it also assumes good gear. So of course, if you're low level iron, you can't reach these rates, but once you get better gear, you can definitely attain. So right off the bat, we can look at Nex and Nightmare, which are a lot of hours, and Corp. Corp is around 1,200 hours. It's 7,000 kill count to get all sigils and the pet, by the way, which you're very
Yeah.
close to because you spooned the pet.
Yeah, man.
And then something else that's go ahead.
I only rock my core pet or my Jad Transmog. Whenever I do it, I just feel like a badass. That's all I gotta say.
And those are sick pets too. It's like me with my hard mode top pet. That's the only thing I
Yeah.
bring now.
Do you have a Chambers pet in
No,
Dust or
that's
no?
I have the dust. I'm just missing the chambers pet, and that's why I'm doing CMs for it, like
Yeah,
passively. It's more of a long term thing, but we can get into
absolutely.
that later.
We'll get into that later. Absolutely.
So another thing interesting here. Let's go down. So Nightmare is around 1,200 hours. Now it does assume 6 kills per hour at Fasani's, which is like it's reasonable long term, but you can definitely get higher than that short term.
Hmm.
You can definitely get higher. I'm not me. I'm fucking horrible at Nightmare, so I
Yeah. No,
can't get that.
I do 1 to 2 kill trips. I play it for me long term efficiently is how I see it. Like I cannot be like efficient in all things, but I will be consistently getting like 830 kills, and then I'll just sometimes if I need to, I'll go to the desert amulet, and other times I'll just send another, or if I get a food drop, I'll just send another. You know?
Yeah, it's very reasonable and more
Yeah.
sustainable too.
But like
And
I feel like I've leveled up as a gamer from Nightmare. That's all I gotta say before we go on. But it's 7,000 for all at Fasani, or is that?
that's what the guy calculated. I didn't actually double check his math, but it
Hmm.
seems right to me,
Yeah.
anyways. And I mean, obviously you can get lucky, but you can also go dry, like Sebe
Yeah.
did. So another thing too, next is it's actually less than that if you like it's 500 hours if you have like good teams and consistency, but it's significantly more if you assume the downtime, which is hard to beat. But you can do like
Yeah,
clan standing stuff and so on, which is
Nex isn't like a because it requires a team. is and similar my frustration with like Tob and stuff is like it breaks the fluidity of just like doing whatever you want to do at any time. And especially with next when I assume like the talent pool is more limited than with Tob, it would be even more difficult to orchestrate in some way.
Yeah, you have to find like a lot of gamers that like all miss Torva pieces, and now like more and
Yeah.
more people are finishing Torva, so it's gonna get harder and harder, of course. So yeah, definitely not
But
an
it's
easy
also
one.
like uh, doing team content in extended sessions is quite difficult when life is what life is, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Unless you're needing.
Yeah.
And another interesting thing too is for Skotizo. Now, obviously you need to get the jar, 2,500 to KC to get the jar. However, I considered Skotizo to be zero time, and you'll see why. And that's because I assume hard clues is
Um,
jellies, of course.
yeah.
So that's why I assumed it's zero time. In reality, it's not even close to zero time. It's significantly longer, but
Yeah.
you'll work on clues on the same time. So, and I also ignored a lot of zero time stuff. Like if you're doing Corner Slayer and you get like a Grotesque Guardian task, of course it's more efficient, but the time save is not significant. So for bosses in
Yeah.
total, that's around 6,800 hours, which honestly was a lot more than I expected. I know like Pharaoh's going for all bosses completion, so
It's 6,800 hours for all boss green log on average
yes,
in the collection log.
yes,
That ain't crazy, bro.
on an Ironman, it's I mean,
That's definitely doable.
oh, 100% doable. But remember, I'm
Like
assuming zero times Skatizo, right?
yeah, but like I wouldn't even include Skatizo in that like
Yeah,
because it is such a stupid it would scale everything too hard, you know.
exactly. I mean, if you get lucky at like Corp, like that buys you a lot of hours.
But 6,800 like how long did it take for you to max your account? Or for like me to max my account like
Well, I think for me it was
I don't know
like
how long did
8,000 hours, but I was not efficient, of course. So
yeah. I think I was at like I would be crazy saying like 6,000
well, you
or
were a lot
5,000.
more efficient than I was. I think we
Yeah.
proved that in the last round duo
Like
ramble.
I just did more skilling than and you did more bossing as well, so
Yeah,
like
exactly. And I AFK a lot too. I had a lot of zero time shit when I
yeah.
was when I was lazy.
But also like that's just like doing max again at but with all of the best gear, you know, it's similar sense like, you know,
Yeah, and also like
all bosses is
this
definitely
looks a lot more
reasonable.
fun than doing agility or like some of the other boring grinds we did. So
Yeah.
like
I don't know. I've been doing some AFK RD agility and it's been bringing back good memories of skilling, but sorry, I'm detracting from
it's okay.
the
We can take the time we want. It's fine.
yeah.
So I guess I can jump into raids. Or is there anything else you want to shout out here, or is that fair?
The Dagannoth Kings, um I think it's crazy that there's three pets from there.
Yeah, dude, imagine if like those three pets came out today, like how people would like freak out.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
three pets, almost exactly identical, and one in 5K each. But
It'd be
I enjoy
awful.
DKs. They're chill.
I'm just excited to have so many bosses to go for when finally, like, so we're probably going to touch on our goals more deeply at another point, but my goal right now is to just unlock everything that I can for Slayer. So all of the best gear, all of the side stuff, so that I can just grind out all the Slayer bosses.
Yeah, I'm
And
excited for that too. Ugh.
like 6800 doesn't seem like crazy for yeah, just all the bosses in general. Like that's definitely very feasible.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, there's a couple people that are close to it. I'm sure there's probably some Iron Man that have it. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'll jump at the raids. Raids, unless you do something else. Sorry, you were about to say
No, no, no,
something.
no. Please go on.
For raids, it's nothing too spectacular. Of course, you just do Tob and do chambers. Now, the only thing to mention is, of course, like there is a lot of impact when if you spoon a scythe, if you spoon a T-bow, because it'll help you do hard mode Tob earlier or challenge mode earlier. For Tob, it's not too big of a deal unless you go Omega Dry on your scythe. But for chambers, spooning a T-bow is really big because you can jump straight into CMs. But you can still do it for Bofa and team raids. But raids is around 2,200 hours to complete, somewhat efficiently. I mean, I did assume very efficient raids for Tob, which is likely not attainable at the start. However, for chambers, if you have a good team, it's very easily attainable. And if you're able to like alt with normies and do like 4+1s and so on, you can easily get these raids. Which I think that's what the is it Adicon's doing? He's doing like 5-man challenge modes in under 30 minutes, which is pretty cool.
That's kind of crazy.
I wish I could maintain like that consistently all the time, but
That seems a little like that's too much energy put in. You know, that's
yeah, but he saves so much time. Like, I mean, I've done a
and
lot of
also so you can
learner
grind the
streams.
next 2,000 raids.
Yeah, I mean, I want to finish top
Yeah.
ASAP though, but chambers, that's gonna take years, bro, to get 2,000 kill count.
Yeah.
But it's fine. It's a nice one, and one of my favorite ones, honestly. Having both those green logs would be like such a weird flex too.
Yo, with Raids 3 coming out, it's gonna be the biggest flex in the world. To have your raid section green logged.
Oh
If
yeah.
you like green log raids. That like because it'll be in a year or 2 years, it'll be that possibility of everyone or people having
Well, it depends
three
on
green.
raids 3. Like, are they gonna add 2,000 capes too, like the 2K capes, or are they not
Yeah,
gonna add
I
that?
think I think they 100% will. Like that is like in line with what raids require, but they won't do the challenges. They said
Yeah,
they actively made or they recognize they made a mistake with
with
them.
chambers. But
Yeah.
imagine even if they added 2K cape for raids 3, you can just do like the easy invocations and full send it. That should be fun. I would enjoy that.
Oh, interesting.
But that
Yeah,
depends like what the how it works too.
depends what they are.
But I'm very excited for race 3.
Me too, bro. I feel like I'm gonna just fucking send it.
And
Like,
especially if it's soloable for you, that's gonna be cool.
yeah. But I'm thinking honestly, like part of why I'm grinding Fasani so hard, um, to have full Inquisitor and the Inquisitor Mace, because of how just great that will be there potentially.
Yeah, we don't know. I have a feeling that Sank staff is gonna be best in slot there until you get the items from raids 3, like the wand. Just because
Yeah.
of the healing aspect. Maybe Justy might be useful, maybe DDB might be useful, but
Oh, don't even talk about these things.
yeah, sorry. But I guess we'll see. It depends on what the mechanics are. Or maybe it'll be easy as hell and it'll be easier than Chambers and we're just all over exaggerating. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Raid 3 ends up being significantly easy just to cater to the lower level community. So,
Yeah.
because our
I
top on
think
release was very hard.
I think that with the system that they're putting in place, they're really creating like a strong foundation for um, like to cater to low end people, but also to cater to the high end community. It's like you can put invocations that like you get better rewards, but you take more damage or some stuff, and really push top tier PVM content. But also, if you're just a beginner going in for the first time, you won't be yeah like messed up if you want to go in by yourself or with just a couple of friends. You put on the positive incantations. So
Yeah,
I think they're setting themselves up for success in terms of yeah like a technical framework for
the invocation
influencing
should
the
help a
boss.
lot.
Yeah.
That depends on
Uh,
how easy or hard the easiest invocation is. But yeah,
yeah.
hopefully it's accessible to everyone.
I think like I don't know. I think that they're gonna do very well with this. The last few updates they've done have only proven to me like they will continue to continue doing well. Like Guardians of the Rest, Hallowed Sepulchre. I think next at this point is like it fits well in its niche. Um, as like yeah, this boss kind of sucks, but like you're gonna get full Torb out of it if you grind it, or the other best in slot items. Um, and Raids 3 will be in a similar light, quite good. And of course, there's criticisms with next, but um, yeah, Fasani, I think they did incredibly well from what they had just started with. You know, they balanced it well, so I think
Yeah,
they'll
they fixed the
do something
Nightmare
great.
really well with Fasani.
Yeah,
Even though I don't like it, I think I don't like it because of I didn't enjoy Nightmare at first, so
yeah.
kind of screwed me over.
I had done like 60 solo Nightmare, and that was just awful. But I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
well, I want to
horrible,
do this.
dude. Fuck.
So then, once you taste that, I didn't even do anywhere near like what some of other people did, of course. Um, but tasting that and then getting Fasani was like, wow, I'm a blessed child.
I did team Nightmares a lot with like Vennies and the FFACC.
Yeah,
That was kind of fun,
yeah.
but I like team content, so
I like that for getting the KC go up, you know? Back when there was only Nightmare, so people wouldn't be able to tell if you've done like 400 solos or
Yeah,
400.
that was kind of weird. Like Sebe being not even top page, but having like to spend the most time there. That was
Yeah.
funny too. All
And then
right, so you guys
oh yeah, the last
cheaters.
point on that, the 1+1s also like really
Yeah.
demonstrated that there was a requirement fundamentally within the game to like change stuff. You know?
That was interesting. I was in solitary back then, and it was really interesting. People trying to theory craft 1+1s, and like I remember people at CC they were asking like, are we sure this works? Like, there's no
Yeah.
there's no certainty, right? Like if anything, it could be worse rates, and they're just getting lucky. So,
Yeah. Damn.
but yeah, so raids 2200 hours, fairly decent, I
And
guess. Very attainable.
a 3/4 comes from just CMs.
Yeah, the top is actually the easier one, which is interesting.
What's the rate for yeah like is do you calculate it here that you get a scythe from normal chamber or normal top and then you do hard mode for the rates for all of the stuff and then you go back to normal to finish out the cape or what's
Yeah,
the calculation?
exactly. You do regular top until as an Ironman, you do regular top until you get a scythe. Then you go straight into hard mode until you finish hard modes, and then you go back to regular
Yeah.
top to finish the capes.
What's the rate for a scythe? What's the rate for finishing hard mode?
So hard mode is 344 kill count to finish, so it's not that bad. But that, of course, like I'm assuming here you never die, which you're gonna die. It's not easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like for me, I went 600 for completion, but you can get luckier. And the scythe is 1 in 600 if you do trios.
1 in 600. That ain't too
It's
bad.
actually a little less than that, but I'm factoring in deaths and all that. And
Yeah.
to complete Tob, if you do trios, it's I'm going from memory. It's 784 trios, no deaths, average MVP.
Okay.
Now, of course, like we
I mean
do a lot
that
of
doesn't seem
formats.
too
So
crazy. Yeah.
we do a lot of formats
mean,
and we die, so it's a little higher.
Yeah, I've been doing just only trios lately whenever someone hits me up.
Oh, it's more efficient to do trios until you finish.
Yeah, whenever someone messages me, I'm just like, all right, I guess I have to do this now.
Yeah,
Instead
if you have
of-
a good team, you have to send Tob. Like
Yeah.
I was talking to RNG about that actually. Was it this weekend? And you were saying how like when Raids 3 comes out, like, good luck finding top teams because all the gamers are gonna go to Raids 3, and then all the people that are meh,
Oh, dude,
they're gonna stay at
that
top because
makes
they
me
can't do
sad.
Raids 3. So you should start tobbing.
I need
Dude.
my Vernic.
You should
I
top.
think once I get my 1,000 slot, I'll just camp 416.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even if you do 416, you should expect to finish top before you 2K cape, so it's still good. And four mans are faster than trios, right? So in theory, you'd be better off doing like 5 mans.
Yeah.
But if you go dry, then you're shooting yourself in the foot. That's the only difference.
Oh, I'm not saying I'm gonna go for the 2K cape, just more
No,
generally like
I'm talking a macro sense, but yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
just like a Vernic.
You're not a weirdo like I am.
Yeah.
All right, that's
No,
raids.
I respect your relationship with raids and also playing with other players like you do. It's like a very different approach from how I see myself, but it's like very powerful as well in a similar light.
Well, I just did top because I enjoyed it, and then like I had a rough start learning on my own, and then once I started getting kill count, it was getting more and more fun. And then when I finished top, I was like, that's it. I was like, nah, I'll keep going for the pet. Then I got the pet, and I was like, nah, I'll keep going because this is fun. Then hard mode top came out. I finished hard modes, and I'm like, I'll keep doing hard mode top.
Nice.
Rank 9, by the way.
Damn. What's rank 1?
1,000, just slightly over 1,000. It's a Zerker. His name is Hobbit. I've done like at least 200 hard modes with him.
Damn, he's a gamer, I imagine.
Yeah, he's very good, but he's still missing the dust.
No way. I thought he was just doing it for KC as a flex,
No,
but
he's missing the dust.
wow.
Poor guy. Like
Well, you
when
can-
you know when Odd Arcane released the rates for Hard Mode Top on Twitter, he responded like with a joke like, "Yo, you know what the hell? Where's my dust?" And then Mod Arcane replied like memeing. He's like, "If name equals Hobbit, dust chant equals 1 in 2.147 bill." I found it funny, but yeah, it's a random
Yeah.
side story.
No, that is funny. That's well played, Jack X.
Mod Arcane is hilarious, dude. I love him. Top
Yeah.
3 J mods confirmed. All right. So anything else for raids? Do we jump into the next category?
Let's go to the next category.
So I'm gonna cheat here. I'm gonna skip over clues because clues is like
Oh,
the it's the bulk of it. Like
yeah, that's true.
you
that's
don't have to be that smart to know the clues is the hard part of collection log. So I'm gonna skip
Yeah.
over and go into mini games. So for mini games, the expected hours is 1100 hours, 1143 hours actually. But
Oh, that's not crazy either.
the only thing is that it assumes 4 kills an hour or 4 wins an hour at LMS, which like unless you're a good PKer, you're not getting that. You're maybe getting 1
Bro,
to 2 wins an hour.
Did you see Bodie's collection log for LMS?
Yeah, he's fucking stacked, dude.
He is a mad lad.
But he is good at
Man
PKing
works
too.
people. Yeah, that man's like LMS wins to games. He's like he wins every third game. He is a
Yeah.
gamer.
I think Sick Nerd too had a crazy win ratio as well.
Yeah, I could imagine.
I know that you can. I spoke in the collection log Discord. Shout out Discord, by the way. There's a normie method to boost wins, and apparently it costs like 5 to 6 bill for 2,000 wins. For 1,000 wins, sorry.
6 bill.
And that's the because it's a GP sync. Because what you do is you're not allowed to boost in the competitive worlds because it's like against Jagex rules or whatever. I don't know how that works exactly. But you can make a competitive game against 23 alts, but the competitive game costs 1 mil per player, and you don't get all the money back, so you lose money doing the game. So it's a raw GP sync.
Oh, interesting.
But
6.
but not only do you need to have GP to like sync into the like the games, you also need 23 alts. And they changed recently the requirement to do LMS. I think you need 800 total and like 48 hours played. So you can't just make a level 3. You have to like actually train an alt,
Wow.
which is disgusting.
And then the cost for bonding 23 alts as well.
Yeah, so you want to be quick. But the time save would be insane. Like the
Yeah.
I'm gonna butcher his name, dude. Basilis, Basilish,
Oh,
Basiligus.
Brazilius? Yeah.
He did that. He boosted 1,000 wins.
Oh, interesting. I
And you
didn't
can
know
tell
that.
because if you open the collection log on the website, he has like 250 kills but 1,000 wins, which is like doesn't make sense. Like people feared him so much they
Oh.
logged out on him or something.
Wouldn't that be nice?
You saw his name like, oh
Honestly,
shit.
if I saw him, I'd be scared as well.
So yeah, just LMS. I mean, so yeah, the LMS ranges widely. So of course, if I assume like 1 win per hour, you can increase this with 750 hours, which puts you like just under 2,000 hours. But if you ignore LMS, it's under 1,000 hours. So very, very attainable. Barbasol being one of the harder ones, of course, and everything else being somewhat. I mean, I'm saying easy, but like like reasonable. Let's put it reasonable.
Yeah.
It's a better word.
Dude, being honest, I think I'm gonna spoon the Barbasol pet.
Dude, you should. That's big.
Honestly,
Big
that's
time
just
save.
I just feel that in the direction of how my count has gone. Just I get very lucky on like things that don't matter at all, and that seems in line with that. So.
But you know that you get elite clue scrolls from gambles, right?
Oh really?
Yeah.
But the rates probably are really not good.
Well, it's yeah, of course, but it's still like it's cool. Like I got an elite clue and I was like, oh shit, I'm getting elite clues from this.
Yeah.
But at least it's fun. It's a nice change. So many games. I mean, there's not much more to say besides that. I'm gonna jump into the next category, which is
Ooh,
other.
interesting.
Oh.
Magic Training Arena is 62 hours. I didn't know how long I was there for, and that seems
That's what the
about
guy
right.
calced. I didn't double check that math because I never like did this efficiently, so I don't know. But it makes
Yeah.
sense, right? Because infinity is very long.
It makes sense, yeah. Like it feels really long, and I'm just like, is it really long, or is this place just awful?
Is it really 60 hours? Fudge. That's rough.
Yeah. Now that I'm seeing it, I don't know if I would have done it originally.
Dude, you did some of them twice?
Yeah, bro. The most expensive ones, the master one and the book, and I have Dude
Twice.
Boots.
That's
Twice.
funny.
Like compared to like Soul Wars, right? Soul Wars is 60 hours efficiently for the pet. I would have probably just done Soul Wars.
Oh, it's actually less, by the way. There's a new method to boost Soul Wars.
Oh, really?
Did you watch Bodhi's new video?
No.
He mentioned that there's like a boosting method, so I asked in the Discord what it is, and apparently you use an alt, and
Oh
you
yeah, yeah,
do
yeah. I have watched Marty's new video, but sorry, go on.
but like you use an alt and you fight yourself in like a CC, and then you get like I think it's like 28 of the crystals. You kill your alt, you dump everything, you go attack the avatar a couple times, and then your alt leaves the game, and you get 19 zeal, and you can do that every 3 minutes. So it's around just under 400 zeal an hour, which is like
Oh
three
wow.
times faster than the boosting worlds. And it's
Wow.
consistent too, because the boosting worlds, if you get like blue team or if you get crash, it goes that down, and you have to like it's not ideal, you know.
Yeah. I need to get myself an alt.
Yeah, I want to. I mean, I want to try it out, but I do enjoy Soul Wars. I don't know if I want to do the alt thing.
Yeah.
I'm not. I haven't decided yet.
Being honest, I don't think I'll ever use an alt. Maybe if I get a better computer, I would open myself up to the possibility, but it's not quite how I like see my relationship with the game and this account. So
Yeah, I used it for Castle Wars and just Castle Wars actually, not Trouble Brewing, and it was worth it for those grinds, but it's not that fun playing two accounts at once.
yeah. Yeah, maybe for Castle Wars one day. Can I do free to play Castle Wars?
Yeah, you can. So you can make it level 3.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't have to like.
That's what I did
so.
on. I used my UIM because like I got tickets on the UIM.
Nice. How many tickets did you get in the UAM?
I used my main first, and then I used my UIM a little later. So I had like I think I have 215 tickets on my UIM.
Nice.
One per.
Once you have 200 tickets, you can get some nice stuff.
Well, I wanted to buy the 3 Halos because it's gonna be a 1 defense UIM, but it's been retired.
Yeah.
But yeah.
For me, in playing on my Iron Zerker, I was like, why am I putting in hours on this account when I can just put them in on my
Yeah, that's
the account that
exactly
I
how I
care
was
about?
feeling. Like I was playing the UIM when I was AFKing some of the boring ones, but then I realized like why AFK? I might as well just do real content and then AFK when I actually have to AFK, like when I have like in real life
Exactly.
shit. So, and like I don't like playing. I like playing one account. I don't like remaking and so on.
Same, yeah.
Because like my mentality was, oh, I'm gonna do a level 3. I'm gonna make a level 1 defense UIM, and I'm gonna do top. But then I'm like, I might as well just do top on my iron, bro. Like, it's like why would I?
I mean, I think it makes sense for you once you're past 2K, Casey.
I'll do
Top.
more top after 2KK. You know I will, man.
Yeah, I know you will. But if you wanted it to like, if
A
you wanted
change.
another account, you know, yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. All right, next section. I guess I'm gonna go in the other section.
Nice.
So this section is 430 hours. The significant one, of course, is revs, and I joined the all pets, which is missing 2. Interesting. Change that right now. I put the all pets. They're separated because they're considered elsewhere.
Yeah, like passive essentially.
Yeah, like of course, if you're going for bosses and all that, and
Yeah.
skilling pets are considered in the last tab. But it's not too crazy for this section. I mean, the Tazar one is kind of rough, of course. I was
miscellaneous?
Miscellaneous is the next tab. We're gonna go into it, and
Okay.
the Slayer 2 has its own tab because it's more difficult.
Yeah.
But
Tazar is only 40 hours. That mage.
I think it's
what's the
less.
range
I think
for-
it's less. I was very conservative when I estimated this because the harder one is the majors. You have to kill 4,000 of
Yeah.
them to get the staff. And
Yeah,
they're kind of hard
what's
to kill.
the with Bofa and full of that stuff? What's the rate?
I'm not sure. I estimated this based on like what I heard, but I'm sure you can get it faster.
Well, I mean, like I think it's pretty slow. So
Yeah, I mean, 40 hours is no joke.
Yeah.
It's like pocket change for us, but it's
I guess you're right. It's like, oh my god, that seems too low.
it's like imagine like what would be cool is if like we showed this Ramble to a normal person and then get their reaction from it. Like we're out here saying, oh, BA pet 300 hours, raids
crazy.
completion 2,200 hours, easy. I'm almost done. Like what the hell, dude? That's so degen.
When you put it that way, yeah.
But it's okay. We accept our fate of being weird.
Yeah.
So.
What's the Okay, you have it there. 48,656 kills for rate at Revenants. Is
Yes.
that at the quad spot? So that's
Yes.
at Demons and Cyclopses.
Yes.
Okay. And what's the kills? Yeah, it's like 160 to 180
That's
kills per hour.
what
Is
I
that with
assume.
crossbow?
This is with RCB, like nobody disturbing you, and divine pots and like
That seems
dragon
pretty
slayer.
high for RCB.
Yeah, but like you're not attaining that because you're gonna get ragged and so on.
Yeah.
I don't know what kills per hour are with crossbow. I haven't checked that.
Honestly, that feels like crossbow, including the time getting
The
racked and
bank
stuff.
and all that. Yeah, that
Like
makes
I'm
more
very
sense.
efficient with my banking. I feel like that seems like what Craw's rate probably is.
And that also assumes dupes, by the way. So it
Yeah,
includes
yeah,
dupe weapons and so on.
dude, I only have one weapon in. I
You're like
think I just reached
24,000, right?
25.
You're halfway to the.
No, I'm at
Uh
25,248.
did I tell you about the amulet last weekend?
Yeah, bro, you told me, and it's so good at revs
Oh yeah,
because
I did tell you.
it
It is
notes the
good.
correct food drops,
I
so
know.
you can bank
I
food
was
and use
wild.
sustain.
I didn't know it did
I
that, dude. I thought it noted everything, and I was like, oh, it's not gonna be
no,
so good. But
dude, I tried to when I got it. I remember trying to like describe that to you, but I don't know if it landed.
I
And
didn't.
then
I
now
don't. It
you're
didn't land.
using it.
I didn't understand it.
Yeah,
I was under the
it's really
impression it was
awesome.
shit. Oh, I got
Yeah, it just makes it
shot in
more
trouble.
chill. But yeah, so I only have one weapon drop. The crossbow, the best one.
Thankfully, you got the
But
best. Imagine if you got the fucking staff, dude. Oh my
damn,
gosh,
bro. Oh my
that would have been
god.
crushing.
Yeah.
So
But
you went dry, but you got the right one, so that was
yeah.
good.
I'm planning to grind for a second weapon.
I would like to
Before I
grind the weapon too soon.
like I honestly want to grind mace before I go back to like in my list of things needed to complete or to start all the Slayer grind for pets is the vigorous chain mace for Vedian.
Yeah, fuck
You know,
Vedium.
it's like I just that's a requirement that I need, so I will probably grind that out before I go to Slayer. Yeah, that's the most hours there. So wait, scroll up to the top again. Sorry. Yeah, that's the most hours there. So
I mean, of
if I
course, I'm
knock
not
that out of the
considering
way,
the Slayer and miscellaneous
yeah,
sections,
Slayer
which
and
are harder.
miscellaneous.
But like, yeah,
But like if but I do agree they are in a tier of their own, you know. So that is I think I could complete that. I probably have like I'm halfway, I guess.
yeah, you
Right?
are halfway.
Yeah, I'm halfway. And with
But
the
like,
cross, it's gonna be much more
yeah,
chill, unless I die and lose it.
no, you gotta be very careful, dude. If you get attacked, you just sip restore. You don't even click brute.
Bro, I break out 9 brews and yeah, 6 or 7 super restores, and then like 5 food. And
Damn.
I prayer flick the entire time of protect item, protect magic, and rigor.
You
Prayer flick the
prayer flipped
entire time.
everything,
The entire time, so that I
bro.
have so that I have all of my
Your prayer
P
points.
pots
Yeah.
needed if a PKer gets on me.
You should like flick rigor or something, but whatever. I guess you're able to do it.
Oh no,
So.
I prayer flick the entire like Nightmare has conditioned me. I prayer flick at all points of everything.
Oh, dude, that's painful. I can't do that.
No, at this point it's chill, and I like feel efficient in doing it.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely worth it. I just prefer to like recline and sip prayer.
Yeah. When I had the RCB, that's what I preferred as well. I would
Yeah.
just flick rigor, but now I like one tick flick the
Oh, but
entire time.
I guess like
I got
yeah,
a
because
cross.
like the cross is 3 ticks, so flicking is not really that much more comfortable. You know, it's
No. Oh yeah, that's also a big
a good
aspect.
factor.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
also when I'm out there like a gamer with my crossbow, pew 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 pew, hitting 50s everywhere.
In the quad spot, it
Yeah.
must be so cool. You're just standing in the middle and just shit on everything.
Yo, there's time when you're waiting for them to respawn because you kill them so quickly.
Uh,
It feels so good using a cross.
yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
It's on my dream list of items to get. So
Bro, you just gotta grind it.
I'm addicted to Wildy Slayer. I need to finish fucking Wildy Slayer, dude.
Yeah.
Then I can
It's
move
interesting you're
on.
doing Building Slayer before revs. Have you thought about that
Oh,
much?
it's zero macro efficient. I'm gonna get flamed for it, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah, once you go to revs, I'll flame you for it once you get your weapon.
You're like, you could have done this before.
Yeah, bro. You could have had so much more fun.
I know, but I just like I don't know.
Venenotus with the crossbow, because you're saving while you're doing Wildy Slayer, you're not doing the bosses. You're saving this for post pets, right? Or post weapons, right?
Yeah, I'm not. I'm
Yeah.
skipping all my bears, and
You're not being like super inefficient, you
I did
know?
my like scorpion task, of course, because like that one's
Yeah,
fine.
of course. Like, they're probably gonna. I mean, when the Heka comes out, that'll be like a that'll be like the new thing, but that's about it, right?
Yeah, I ended up getting the pet though, like halfway through the
Yeah,
drop rate. So, but I
yeah,
didn't mind that boss. It's pretty cool. I enjoyed it a lot.
yeah. But like, you're gonna enjoy Venenotus with the cross so much, unless they like. Well, I mean, they're gonna change everything about the
Yeah, they
bosses.
will. That's what I was talking to in the other Discord. Like, the wildy changes on the bosses might make Venenatis harder or like worse, but it'll definitely improve Vedion and Callisto.
Yeah, I'm 1K KC right now at Venenotus, and I want to get like the Nightmare Staff and then just finish it because I want to do the fastest method before they change it. But they're also changing the loot table, so I kind of want to spend some
Oh.
time with the loot table. You know what I mean?
Well, like the loot table is fucking good. I don't. Is are they gonna make it better
Well,
or worse?
well, they're gonna change like they're removing I think or adding the
The
dragon
deep
picture
fake.
elsewhere,
Yeah.
and then they also hinted in one of the previous live streams that they're gonna be adding some nice like drops to them to like that people will be excited about.
Really
Um,
interesting. So it'll
yes.
make it better.
So I think like they have an opportunity right now to update the drop table, and like they're why not add like a cool like niche bis? You know what I mean? Or like some unique potion. I don't know. I'm not articulating myself properly in like what I think they could bring
Dude,
up, but
just
they're
make
confident
dragon
in it.
darts, dude, and everyone's gonna do it.
um,
That was a joke.
but
Please
yeah,
don't do that. I don't want to go to Wildy for my D darts.
that would be awful.
Uh,
That also is an idea that it sounds like Jagex could have.
I mean, it'll work. It'll make all irons go into Wildy, and
They'll be like, yeah, we wanted people to go to these bosses so that there would be more activity in the wilderness. And then on the other side, it's like, bro, you put dragon darts there. Of course we're gonna go. It's awful.
and just making it like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
Then they're gonna say like, oh, but you can get dragon darts elsewhere.
yeah. Well, on the point of revenants and nightmare and stuff in these grinds that I'm doing right now, you mentioned it to me before. Like, you just get lucky on one item, and bad RNG or like not lucky in the moment goes away immediately.
Yeah,
Like if I get a nightmare or like an Inquisitor mace next
yeah, you're
kill,
a spoon, officially a spoon.
I,
Doesn't
I'm
matter
I'm such
how.
a spoon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yep. It's always like that. Especially like for corp or for top, you just spoon like a elite. That's it. You're a spoon. Doesn't matter.
that's why for like revenants, it's like literally in 1K kills you can get all the weapons. Like the odds are so low, but
Yeah, and then
I saw someone on Twitter with less KC than me, but like around like 25K.
on green log
Um,
or
green log,
uh, the
two
dream.
maces. I think it was like two maces, three staves, and one bow.
Two maces so you can afford to lose one.
Yeah.
Imagine.
And then like five avarices. I don't even know.
That's cool having dupe avarices though. It would remove a lot of like pressure from
If
dying
I had a dupe avarice, I would bring it with me to
with the cross.
the cross,
Damn.
bro. Because like your trips would be so long, you'd be getting so much done.
Yeah, you'd get over 20-minute
Like,
trips and like you get
and you
so.
sustain your food and prayer through the entirety, so it's not like you know what I mean.
Yeah. You just
It's
need
not like
like
yeah.
bring like 3 divines or 2 divines and
Oh, I would just do the 25-minute trips with the one divine and then the pre-pot in the bank because I did some craws with avarice before, and you would have to bank because you would still kill them so quickly that you get so much loot that your looting bag would fill up even with the noted bank, noted
damn.
stuff. Yeah.
Uh, I want to cross now.
Yeah. Are there any other interesting ones? You have random events as 2 hours?
Yes. Well, see the
Because it's
thing
passive?
is that like even the still baguette, if you consider the still baguette, it's 1 in 256, but the event takes like a literally a minute to
Yeah.
do. So it's like Like in
It's only
reality, it would
56
be
minutes.
8,000 hours, but that's assuming like you stand still for 8,000 hours, which
Yeah,
obviously you're not doing so. But it should
absolutely,
be
it
like
makes
more
sense.
like 6 hours. Actually, it's a good point.
Yeah.
Why not change it? Why not?
Yeah. No, no, no. I think it's correct in what it is because it is passive in being in line with the rest of the sheet. But I'm looking at Gloff's experiments, and I remember back in the day, like going for your Zenites felt like such a long grind.
I know, dude. But in reality, it's so easy.
And now looking at it like 20 hours compared to like going for Revenant's 226 efficient, so it's like 300 hours,
But
right?
also,
Like,
like when we did our demonics grind, like we were obviously under geared, so like
yeah,
it
yeah,
was a long grind in our eyes.
yeah. And it's also when like you're still learning how to switch your gear, you know?
Yeah, you're doing like three-way switches. Like, oh, this is too much.
Yeah. It's like I'm gonna bring a bludgeon so I don't have to equip the defender.
Dude, I was doing that too. I was doing that for fucking barrows, bro. And Steve was flaming me for it.
Yeah.
Oh my
No,
god, good time.
I remember I went like 4 times rate for my first Zenite.
Uh, dude, I'm so sorry. I spooned it so hard.
No, I get so lucky some places. I mean, like I'm sure every account in some ways gets so lucky some places and then just goes uber dry in others. It just most people haven't grinded out enough stuff to go uber dry places.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. That's how.
Yeah. So it's like every account gets lucky or seemingly lucky, but it's just because they haven't done enough to
They haven't
go
like
unlucky.
completed the game per se.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because for all we know, like someone could be going dry everywhere, but then spoon like some crazy item like third age, and then that's it. Like that was their
Yeah.
luck. So that is interesting. Yeah, every account is
I mean,
different, and that's how it goes.
yeah. It is obviously better to go lucky some places.
Oh yeah, like spooning corp or spooning like fucking like chaos elemental pet. Like there's a pretty obvious choice there.
Yeah, I do think though that like spooning a twisted bow is probably like the most influential thing
Yes, 100
for
percent.
an account.
It's
Like the
more
twisted,
influential than the scythe and bofa and
yeah,
everything.
like scythe just makes the content that you do easier, and that's
Yeah.
awesome. Twisted bow, you're literally playing a different game.
Oh yeah,
Like,
because it's I don't understand why the T-bow never used charges and why it was always free. Like of course it uses arrows, but like everyone used rune arrows. Like I was using rune arrows at first,
yeah,
and like it's still really fucking good with rune arrows. But they should have had like a sort of dust or like shards you got from chambers. Maybe make it untradeable, kind of like
well,
vials of blood, and you just charge your T-bow with
yeah.
it.
I mean, I agree, but also in line with like 2000 CM capes, they had no idea what they were doing with the first
Yeah,
raids.
that.
Like when the Tebow first came out, they did a stream of using a Tebow at Bandos,
Oh
hitting like
yeah,
an 80,
they're like four-shotting
Evan
bandos,
dead.
dude.
And the mods were like, "This is okay. This is fun. Look how much fun I'm having." And it's like, are you insane? Like,
Yeah, they.
especially at that point when there was no Top, there was no Fasani, there was no Blade of Saildor. Like, relative to the rest of the game, it was the most broken thing.
They I don't know like how they come up with like how do they balance new items like do are they like very like into math and statistics and they go over like each item and what their DPS is for each boss and then they like track like a they sort of give like a KPI to each item. How do they do that? I wonder to balance new items because
I
you
think
can
they
rate
do.
items based on like kind of like in other video games you have like
Yeah.
different metrics.
So they released like a post a while ago talking about like the Heka, or maybe they talked about it on stream, the Heka and the new spear. Um, like they included, so of course it has to like they have DPS calcs, but I don't think the DPS calcs are in max.
Oh my
um,
gosh.
yeah, but I think they maybe are and aren't in some cases. You know, I don't know how much uniformity there is amongst that. I think on the important ones they probably do, or I would hope to think that they do, but other times they don't. Like on the release of the Baronite Mace, it just didn't have the right stats attached, so there wasn't like much thought that went into it. Um, But I remember there was some controversy with what the sorry, I just put a temporos with like yeah the perceived skill or from the spear with Sebe and the mods or like
Yeah,
Jagex.
I mean, Sebe did rectify what he said, but
Yeah,
ultimately, like, I should expect for the mods to do like full on like
yeah,
mathematical
DPS. Yeah,
analysis and like have
yeah.
graphs and all that. And if they're not able to, then they can. I'm sure like someone in the community would do it for like I would probably do it for free, honestly. But like
How,
they could get
yeah,
help.
Jagex hire low gym rat for free.
Dude, first thing I do,
Unpaid
bro, is
labor.
make Jar of Darkness great again.
Get in, get out.
I would like adjust the rate for our accounts to be 1 in 20, and then I would leave, and that's it.
Yo, I'm already at 38 reward permits. I'm enjoying Temporos. I'm enjoying not doing Pisanis.
Dude, I'm already at 52 Mythril Dragon kills. What the hell, man?
Yeah, man.
Interesting. All right, I guess we can go to the next sheet. We're getting carried away a little bit.
Oh, but on the sorry, the last point. How the weapon felt was a factor involved in how they determined like its viability, and I did appreciate that. I think like the sailor doesn't feel as good as something like the rapier or the mace, even though it's like in a similar tier.
It's the
For
exact
one,
same thing,
because
basically.
yeah,
Yeah.
but there aren't any bosses apart from Tob that are weak to slash, except for like Callisto. But there's a
There's
better thing.
Thermi, but like it's so small. Like,
Yeah, but also like Scythe just outclasses it everywhere.
yeah.
But there are specific niches where Rapier is Bis and Inquisitor's Mace is Bis. But all of that aside, it doesn't feel as good to use because it doesn't have an animation. Like the Twisted Bow feels so good because it just hits so hard.
But it's also
You know,
because
like
it's 5 ticks. Like, I wonder
and also
they
yeah,
should like make like a 7 tick weapon that just slaps like 110s or something.
just
That would be
slap.
like, and even if DPS was bad, I'm sure people would love it, and it would be great for like speed running too. You can last hit with it.
Yeah,
It'd be cool. Kind of like when you in PK you use an Elder Maul to finish people. Like it would be similar to like that for speed running. Even though it would
I
be
don't
a
know.
micro efficient, like a micro efficient to do so, but
7 tick weapon just seems like there's too much
too much
potential to mess
downtime.
things up.
Yeah,
Like or like just in terms of how the game works right now. It's like if you have to balance something because the longest thing we have is 6 ticks, right?
yeah.
If you have a 7 tick just behemoth of a weapon that comes from like a raise 3 or something, it would destroy all metas.
Well, it would
Just
be cool because like if you know like for example you're doing melee 4-1 with the lance, and then you know you're getting portaled or you screwed up, you can just use the 7 tick weapon and then like lose a couple ticks and you don't lose that much DPS. You know, it'd be very
yeah.
cool. I'm sure like it'll have a lot of little uses actually. Sorry, that was
Yeah.
like a random thought. Who knows? Maybe they're gonna pull it out in the game and it'll be called the lone scythe or something.
Lone scythe. Imagine.
So yeah,
To be immortalized in the game would definitely be something else.
yeah, like the Wook statue on Dragon Slayer 2 Island.
Is there a Wook statue on Dragon Slayer 2?
There was on release. I think it's still there. It's like that he's wearing the gear he had when he did the first solo corp,
Oh, that's so cool.
which is cool because
Like
like
in
solo
in the
corp is
Myths
like
Guild? In the Myths
yeah, in the
Guild?
mid guild. Sorry, yeah.
Oh, bro, that's so sick.
I'm pretty sure it's. We can go check.
Shout outs to Woods. Everyone knows he's a legend. I was telling my girlfriend about how much of a god Luke's is early.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just fanboying about Wooks to your girlfriend. Oh, that's funny.
Well, we were talking about like how RuneScape is like a rhythmic game, and how you have like geniuses on the top end that create the structure and the gameplay for those below, like us below Wooks and Exact. Obviously, there's a lot of people in between us and Wooks and Exact.
Obviously.
Yeah, but like they pioneered the things that we're doing now for fun, you know?
Yeah, they
So,
discovered the metas and the methods and so on, which is cool.
yeah. One of my coworkers was interested in a RuneScape, and I'm excited to talk to her more about it and like why I enjoy it so much and what the allure of the game is for so many people to enjoy.
Yeah, it
As
is
like she's a
like
longtime gamer.
it's a very strange game. Like, not every game where you can actually input thousands of hours. Like, it's
Yeah,
Like I have a lot of friends that game, but they don't play like me. They play like a lot of different games for completion. So like they play Witcher 3 for like 80 hours to finish the game, but like 80 hours is like 2 weeks for us, dude. Like
Yeah.
I think Rooney because there's so much to do. And
Yeah.
even when you think like even when you max, there's still so much to do. It's just never ends.
It's that there is so much to do, but also like in terms of just hours, but so much diverse content. It's
Yeah.
like this game has had development on it for 15 years from or 20 years, right, from classic, even more. So there's just like so much lore, so much different side things that you can pull yourself into. And most games don't have that long of a like track record for just having content added to it and story developed.
Yeah. We're getting very sidetracked, but that's true.
Yeah, yeah. It's a ramble. It's a ramble.
It's a ramble slash collection logs slash degen.
So the next one we're going to the Slayer, which is part of the other tab.
Yeah, it's like a subsection of the other tab, but it's a lot more heavy, so it's separated. But so this log here is 900 hours, which I'm surprised because I was actually going for this one. The harder parts, of course, Wyvern Visi, 80 hours. You
Yeah.
can get some of it like zero time through like Konar Slayer, but I didn't consider that.
Yeah.
And then of course the keys, Laren keys, and Wildy keys. Which the Wildy keys are not that bad.
Wow.
Wait, this math is
Yeah, I
not
mean,
correct. I divided by
with
3 and not 4. Why did I
with
divide by 3?
um
Okay, this math is
with
not correct. 156 hours for Dagonai.
that's a lot of hours.
But it's not
I
that
didn't know
like
there's so many.
and 3 keys an hour is very reasonable like to
Yeah.
maintain.
Oh, I haven't done it with the full barrage stuff
Oh, it's
because I was
Barrage
doing it
Slayer is
before.
busted, dude.
Yeah,
It's
and so
disgusting.
that's why I'm not doing it until I have my nightmare stuff.
Even
Uh,
without,
but,
dude, it's still crazy. Like, I think I did
but
one Necreal task in an hour. I get 450,000 XP overall in per hour doing a Necreal task, and I got 10 keys in one task, and I was like, what the hell? This is crazy.
yeah, I
I got
mean,
lucky, but still.
900 hours for a single slot, um, in the Slayer slot. That's a lot of hours
Yeah.
put in
And that's actually more because I just bumped this up by like 60 hours.
by
But
60 hours.
the
Yes,
other hard one
it's
too
about
is
8 hours.
Dust Mystic. You need 2,300 keys for completion, including dupes. 470 keys for Dagonai, by the way, including dupes. And Konar Slayer is around 575 hours.
Dude, if Konar Slayer had Zuck tasks, it would be
It would
so
be the
cool.
dream. Because you could do it with the
Yeah.
Zar monsters too.
Yeah, and I think one day they will change it. Like,
Yeah.
and I think they will. It will be either it'll give you either Jad, Tazar monsters, or Zuck, or it will give you either Jad or Tazar monsters, and the Tazar monsters could be Zuck. You know what I mean?
Oh, like
I,
it'll
I,
just
I
give
don't
you
know how
one
they
of the
would do
three
it.
and you can't choose, like you can't pick. It'll just give it to you.
Yeah, I
That'd
think
be
so.
cool. Like imagine you doing a
That'd be
Zuck test
cool.
and you get a guaranteed key. Like even if it wouldn't be efficient, it would be still like very
Yeah.
nice.
Well, also it would make it more fun to do, like, because sometimes you have to do your Jad tasks on task. Or I already have the pet, so what I'm
I
saying is,
don't, but yeah.
I don't have the motivation to go back off task, and I'd rather just do a Zuck task if I get the task. So it would force me to go do a Jad task because I need to get the master and GM stuff there, you know.
Yeah, and at the
So
same time you get
it
your,
would
your
just make the
keys,
game
so
more macro efficient, you know, or at least to me that seems fun.
and imagine you finish Corner Slayer and then they add that later on and you're like, oh, I missed out.
No, I think if they'll probably add it within the next year
Yeah, I
if
mean
they do.
Collection Log is becoming so mainstream now, dude.
Yeah,
Ever since Bodhi made that first video, it's popping. Like the Discord for
that's
Collection
awesome.
Log has been exploding recently too, which is amazing.
Oh wow, that's awesome to hear.
So yeah, all right. So that's like a Slayer. Of course, it's just the keys and Wyvern Shield. Everything else is reasonable. I mean, I saw 19 hours.
Is the
Hydra.
Wyvern
I don't know
visaged?
why
Oh,
that's
that's just
there. That should not be there. Zero time Hydra. These should not be there, but whatever. It's a
it's
drop
okay.
in the bucket.
Yeah.
So are they going to miscellaneous, or is there anything else you want to talk about for Slayer?
Um, Give me 1 second. I'm looking. How much are Eternal Gem and Butte Heart?
I put 0 time because like you do Kona and Wildy and you do bosses, but I'm sure you don't get it 0 time. I think it's rarer.
Mm.
I'm not sure how to classify it because it varies significantly.
Yeah, I guess it is technically zero time from like an
Yeah, because
everything standpoint.
yeah, it's like very iffy. Because if you go dry on like Konar Slayer, for example, you should expect like a higher chance to get the gem and the heart. But if you spoon the gem and heart, then, or if you go dry on like it's, I'm not sure how to classify it. That one would
No,
require a
I
lot of
think from
calcs,
the
and I see BA spending like 50 hours, like 10 hours to calc that. Because you'd have to
no, I think
simulate like how many of each task you do going for 2300 keys, depending on your specific block list. And then you would like determine how many rolls you get at the heart and gem and see if it's over 100% or not. And you do the same thing
I
for Wildy Slayer after.
it seems fine. It seems fine. I think from a collection log perspective, it is zero time if you're doing the keys and stuff. 'Cause that'll be more than, I mean, 900 hours of Slayer is, I think, over the experience, um, like
Yeah,
EHP
that's true.
experience that you would get for the gem and heart.
And you could always just like brute force it with like barrage. And anyways, like you would probably still do Slayer for barrage tasks in the catacombs for totems. Like you would still do that. Like,
Yeah.
it's a good source of totems. Go to totems because the superiors give you a guaranteed piece. So I guess you could consider 0 time. But all right, I'll go to miscellaneous section now. So miscellaneous section is 2400 hours. Now, this is very fluctuatable because I did some very specific assumptions for the Dragonstone chest, which we can go into. So, firstly, you know, like Herbie Pet, it's here, but it could have been in the pets too, but I added it here.
How many hours is Chompy Chick?
It's 0
That's just
time
30 hours? Oh, I see, I
because
see, I see.
you do the hats, so.
Yeah. I see.
And you know, Hammer, like you can obviously get more than that, but
Dude, Dragon Worm's only 40
oh,
hours?
it's a lot less than that, dude. With blowpipe and like rune darts and cannon, you can probably get 200 kills an hour. So it's like 25 hours.
I mean, I'm planning to do it with Bofa on task, mostly.
Oh, that must be. I wonder what the rate is for that. It's probably a
Yeah.
lot. That's probably like 200 kills an hour as well.
Yeah.
And it'll be free, so that's kind of cool. So yeah, everything else is quite simple. Eternal Glory, I'm not sure about the math on this one. I assumed like 350 amulets per hour. I'm not sure if that's correct. Do you know how long
Oh,
it is? It's not
no, but
71 hours.
the method changed since the rework or the death rework came out, where
Oh, true, the gravestones.
yeah, you do gravestone suicide method. I had
Oh,
already done like 20,000 when that came out, so I didn't do it, but it sped it up quite a bit.
alright, it's not a big difference anyways. I didn't know,
Yeah,
so I assumed it, but
it's probably like 60 hours now.
damn, that's still a lot for no XP. Oh,
Yeah, dude, it was rough, and I went like around 26K, I think, and I did it over like 4 months.
oh my god, that's disgusting. It's the
Well, because I
uncharging
was
that's
like,
annoying. If there was like a better
yeah,
way to
I'm trying to.
uncharge it,
People would be like,
yeah, for
bot
sure.
broken. I'd be like, no, bro,
You teleport to
I'm on another
Karamja or
level.
something to avoid
Yeah, I'm on
people.
another. No, because like whenever someone would come for a clue on Karamja, that's where I
Oh,
would
they would
go.
call you out.
Yeah,
That's so
and
funny.
I'd be like, no, dude, I'm just on another level. I'm doing this. I'm doing this 75-hour zero experience grind. Do not look at me, peasant.
Just to save like a couple ticks when doing easy clues.
Yeah. No, I was just like salty at life at that point.
Yeah, I'm dreading that. I'm doing it passively right now. Like every time I grab a glory, I always bank it and use another one. And like it's
Yeah.
been, I'll probably charge 1,000 glories that way, but it's very slow. But I'll do it
Yeah, the
passively.
thing is, like, what crept into the back of my mind when I was doing it and when I was reaching the drop rate, it was like, what if I just go 3 times the rate?
Yeah, that's
You know,
nah, that's
it just
gross.
it's bad. Yeah.
Another interesting one too is the evil chicken outfit. So that one I actually had a video on this one specifically where I did the math. It's around 11,000 like full birdhouse runs, and you can do 50 birdhouse runs an hour, like in terms of the how long it takes you
Oh,
to do a birdhouse run. So the full set is 220 hours. However, you can also do 24 years of Kingdom for 0 time, but I thought it would be a little stupid to put it there, but you
Yeah.
could. And also, this is like 600. How much is it? Did I write it down? I didn't write it down, but it's like 600 mil cash. Because you do 24 years times 365 times 75k. It's like 600
but
mil cash.
If you're not making 600 mil cash,
In 24 years, yeah, you're slacking, dude.
slacking.
You like one subbooker run every week, and you should sustain it.
So, okay, so I guess those are only 60 hours a piece, even though they're years.
Yeah, and this also like combines them. So of course, like the first one's gonna be a lot easier than the second one and third one, but I like averaged them out. So yeah, everything else quite simple. I mean, these I put like low hours because I just.
How much are the metal pieces again? 60k or 60 and 60 roughly.
Yeah, the Addy Dragon is a little harder because they slap you, but
Yeah.
And the kills per hour are quite high. I'm not sure if you can actually attain this. This was calculated by the guy who made the sheet, so I just left it as is. I trust his math.
85 and 75 an hour? That seems pretty high.
Yeah, but
More than 1 a minute?
I mean, I think he assumed like normies. So I'm not sure if you can use an Avernic though if you bring.
Yeah, full Torva, Avernic, Lance.
Yeah, Torva probably. That helps.
Any little Blood Fury.
Oh yeah, he probably uses a Blood Fury, dude, to stay there forever. For Addy Dragons, Blood Fury is probably amazing because they.
Yeah, do you use Blood Fury anywhere?
Only for like melee next, but I've done like 10 kills or something. So no,
I think
not
Blood
really.
Fury it's such a good thing for for one, learning content, but also just making the game more chill.
Yeah, I used it when the hard mode top came out for like the first 3 kill count, but I think I mean I don't plan to get them because there's better use of my thieving time, which I'll go into. So all right, let's go back. I want to get to the Dragonstone chest because that's where it's juicy. So Dragonstone chest. All right, I assumed a couple things here, so I'm gonna go over them. So for starters, the full set is 1,657 hours.
Wow.
Now, the thing we have to consider is I assume that you get right now you're like, dude, I want Dragonstone armor. I'm doing nothing else besides Dragonstone armor.
Yeah,
Fuck
it's either
Volcano.
4.37 keys per hour at Deranged Archaeologist.
Yeah, you're like, fuck everything. I'm just getting chests. So you would do thieving for the shards, 161 shards an hour. I think you get higher than that, but that's what the wiki said. And then you get 4.37 crystal keys per hour at the ranged arc. And I also didn't calculate you get some of it back. I didn't calculate that, but just to give a rough idea, 1,600 hours for the full set, which is disgusting, by the way. Like, imagine if you go dry on one of the pieces, like it's over.
What's the rate for how many shards will you get from completing Volcano and CG on rate?
I didn't do the calcs for that, but Volcano you can assume 2.5 per kill, and you have to do how many kills you have to do for Volcano? 2,500, so you get like 6,000 shards from Volcano. And then for Gauntlet, you do around 900. You get how many shards do you get per Gauntlet? 7, 8?
Like 6, I think 7 probably because it's 6 to 8 the roll.
So you get maybe 11,000 shards from Gauntlet and Volcano completion. So it's like 1/5 of what you need.
Yeah, that's nothing in the grand scheme.
I mean, it's a good bump.
Yeah,
but the crystal keys are rough. Like, I have 550 keys in the bank, and I've been stacking them for like 3 years or something. Like, so I think
you have 550 keys in the bank.
Well, like not with the shards made, just like crystal keys.
Yeah, I accidentally back in the day used some of my keys on the normal one.
Me too.
And I regret it.
But I didn't know I was gonna do collection log, and I think Prif wasn't a thing too. So
no, the collection log came out, and I was salty that I'd already done so much that wasn't on the collection log. So I was like, oh, I'm never gonna do it.
Stubborn younger self.
Yeah, I see my youth. I see where I've grown.
We've evolved.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it for. I don't remember. Did I say it's around 2,400 hours for the miscellaneous section, and that's just because of this.
2,400. Yeah.
In reality, it's more like
it's like 600.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, that's something that you have to actively grind. to
Yeah,
get.
well, it's like more of a like passive. You just stack the keys and you stack the shards, and you cheap out because remember using divine pots too, right?
Yeah.
So you have to like cheap out on divine pots where you can, and which like they're so worth to use, but I'm not sure if maybe like is it worth the time to use a divine pot? Probably because you get so many shards an hour. Like, do you save?
There is no way I'm not going to use divine pots.
Yeah,
That's not
like
even part
it's
of the
worth.
question.
So
Like, for one, it's just like I have them. I'm going to use them. You know, and if I'm using them enough, then for me to get full Dragonstone in the future, then like I'm 200 mil thieving type goals. You know,
and you also
or
don't get
everything
200 mil
else.
thieving going for all these shards.
You don't.
No, unless my math was wrong. I remember doing it. I think it's like 80 mil XP. I mean, we can
Yeah,
calc it. Do
I mean, 80 mil seems pretty reasonable. It's like what, like 160k, 200k an hour.
yeah,
So that doesn't seem too crazy, to be honest.
and
If
it's
you
like
just go
a.
for like 100. Honestly, dude, let's go for 100 mil skill. Let's go for thieving.
I mean, it's probably a good one to go for. Like if you're gonna go
Yeah.
for one, so. But you can also go try it like Temperos or something and get it, or Winter Time.
Yeah.
But all right, I'll get into pets. Pets is not too interesting. Of course, like all these ones are 0 time. The only thing left is the skilling pets, and that's a total of 800 hours. Like
Skilling pets total 100 hours.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm clicking Temperos quickly. 2k hours, Bloodhound.
Wait, where is it? Oh, here it is.
There.
Sorry.
Okay. Damn, bro, I feel like I'm 30 mil, 30.5 mil woodcutting. What is rate from redwoods? Do
Well,
you know?
at Redwoods, it's really rough. It's like 40 mil XP or something.
Oh,
Two
that's
tick
awful.
teaks is the meta apparently. Yeah. But like, I'm not doing these. Like, I did Redwoods for my pet. I'm gonna do a Sepulcher for the agility pet. Like, I'm not doing Penguin. Fuck
Yeah.
that.
I did
For
500
Heron,
Mars of Base recently just because I needed
the
the
stands.
stuff. Yeah. And because I also I wanted something to AFK and I don't want to AFK something as AFK as Redwoods, and I got the mining pet already, so just some arty.
Also, for agility, if
Yeah.
you do arty, the pet is 480 hours, and if you do Sepulcher, it's 280 hours.
Oh wow.
And if you do Penguin course, it's 141 hours. So Penguin course is twice as fast as Sepulcher, and Sepulcher is just under twice as fast as arty.
Damn. Nice.
So,
80 or 54 permits, 80 Temperos, kill count.
hell yeah. I got one shoot bone. I'm gonna open them at the end of the ramble.
Nice.
So all right, do we go to the last section, dude? This is the clue section. Are you ready?
Interesting. 3 minutes per harvest for Tangle Root amounts to 82 hours.
Wait, what? Tangle roots. Oh yeah, I think this is like main rates though. So, like,
Yeah.
I'm not sure how to like extrapolate that to irons. So I left it as is because like in reality, if you do like only seaweed runs, it's very efficient to get it. Like imagine you do a
No.
birdhouse run and you do a seaweed run quickly, it should be good.
I'm being crashed by these like group Ironman people.
Oh, you're doing solo Temperos?
Yeah.
Of course you're doing solo Temperos, dude.
Bro, it's just more points per hour.
Oh my gosh. All right. This is where it gets serious. So I'm gonna warm up my hands, and just shake my hands a little bit. Hope you can hear me shaking my hands.
Yeah.
All right. I blacked out 2 sections because I wanted to have a suspense, going on. So,
Okay.
all right.
Interesting. First thing I'm seeing 7,900 easy clues for completion. So that's
Yes, that's
mostly
correct.
just the
Monk robes and the 4 capes.
monk's robes.
Yeah. So okay, firstly, I want to go over some numbers for you. So before we start,
Please, please.
so if we exclude clue scrolls, so let's just pretend the clue scrolls do not exist in the collection log. The completion for the collection log is around 14,700 hours.
Which is crazy. That's
okay.
200 mil
Yeah,
all.
we have to.
That's
we have
200
to,
mil all.
Yeah, it's literally 200 mil all for normies.
Yeah.
For irons, 200 mil all is around 20,600 hours. For normies, it's 13,500 hours. So let's just say you're like an average person playing full time. Sorry, that was a really weird sentence, dude. Please don't take that out of context. And you play like 8 hours a day on weekdays. that'll take you 7 years to finish the collection log without clues. And that's like somewhat efficiently too. So like it's maybe not attainable to hit that efficiency rate. So excluding clues, remember.
Yeah.
Now let's go over the clues. So beginner clues, it's 597 kill count to finish. It's I'm gonna assume like you can assume 600 because like you get the emote at 600, so of course you get that 3 extra.
I mean, technically, beginner clues are 0, right? Because
Yes,
you can.
that's what I assumed. I assumed 0 time because for all the Birdos runs you do, all the mining, all the not the agility, wood cutting, and the fishing, you get some beginners, and it's 0 time essentially. And Brio, Fire, Obor, everything. So you can assume it's 0 time even for irons. So that's what I did. 45 clues per hour is quite high. I think it's. I'm not sure if it's attainable if 0 time, but whatever. Like it's nothing, dude. It's nothing. It's pocket.
I mean, if you stack your Charlie the Champ clues, like it's not that bad.
Yeah, that's true. It's just the Charlie ones that are shit. But if you prepare in advance, you're fine. So easy clues. So it's 7,900 kill count for the completion because of the monk robes and the capes. So of course it varies significantly if you spoon those 6 items because there's 4 capes and 2 monk robe pieces, the gilded monk robe pieces. And I assume 22 clues an hour. I think Sabe was able to reach 24, but I was not able to reach above 20, so that's why I put 22.
You have to do the like the oyster pearl.
Yeah, and like the alt method with like the hand member stuck in front of the door.
Holding the hand member, yeah. It's just not worth it.
I mean, yeah. I do easy clues to relax, so I don't.
I consistently get like 20 easy clues an hour when I do it, and I'm like, I don't need to sweat so hard to do this.
So very reasonable rate, and I mean it's only 359 hours, which is honestly I thought it would be a lot more, but I guess it makes sense. So medium clues, it's 2,100 to complete because there's no rare items in medium clues, so like it's very like completable. And I assumed 8 clues an hour with eclectics. And remember, I'm not assuming like you get some 0 time clues like through Birdos runs and skilling, but I didn't assume that because it's like it's annoying if you want to assume that. It's such a small difference too, so then I'll assume it. Now, hard, elite, and master clues for the regular drops, I assumed it is 0 time.
Oh god. Do you have the calculations available for just those?
Elite clues, it's like 10,000. I don't remember the other 2. I think hard. I don't remember the other 2. But it's a drop in the bucket, like we talked about.
Absolutely.
It is 0 time essentially. And shared clues, of course, that's really 0 time. Like you should expect that by like completing easy. So
yeah,
I ignored it as well.
One note quickly. I'm planning to finish or to like grind a shitload of easies once I get this 1000th collection log slot. Go to Guardians of the Rift, complete that, get the Ring of Elements, and then do a big easy clue grind.
Oh yeah, that's a Ring of Elements is a nice for easies too.
Yeah. It makes the Lumbee Swamp Steps just so much more chill.
So, alright, so for these Calcs, I want to say firstly, there's a YouTube video from someone called Nothing Last? Is that Nothing Last? Did I say that right? Yeah, Nothing Last 1. And he did a simulation where he simulated the completion of the Mega Rare section in the Clue
Yeah, I love his YouTube channel.
Yeah,
just go on.
Amazing videos.
Great.
Shout out, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, if he watches my videos, I'd be so excited. Sorry. Random side tangent. So he did a simulation where he assumed, the way he assumed it is like maybe not the best assumption, but it's still a good assumption for us to get like data, and it also saved me a shit ton of time from calculating it myself. So thank you for that. So he did master clues until he gets all the master rare items. Then he did elite clues until he finished the elite table, and then he did hard clues to finish the rest of the third age pieces. And he did 25,000 simulations, and I took the average results of those 25,000, so it's something that like we should expect. And I mean, I'll go over it one at a time. So let's do hard clues first because you already see the answer, but let's do hard clues first. So do 32,000 hard clues, and you do 6 clues an hour. That's with barraging jellies with the 0 time totems, which is what you should be doing for hard clues. Currently as an Ironman, unless that changes in the future. It's 5,300 hours of hard clues. All right, reasonable. Reasonable hours. It's pocket change. Am I right? I you didn't hear, so I just checked to make sure you weren't there.
Sorry, I
You just
was
fell off
clicking
your chair or
temporos and I
something.
zoned out.
So 5,300 hours. Okay, fair.
I mean, relative to like in the scope of completing the collection log, you can finish everything else, and then you can spend the next half of the time just going for hard clues. So like, it is a feasible steps if seemingly from a macros perspective, you know, like the hard clues rare could be completed.
Yes, it's yeah, sure. But actually, no. Remember that you're doing masters until you finish all the masters third age drops. Then you're doing elites. Then you're doing hards.
Oh,
So it's a macro efficient way of doing it. So you don't actually do 32. Like it might be different for you.
that is true. That sounds awful.
Yeah, it's very awful. Now
Like
I'm gonna do
master clues.
the next one. I guess. Or okay, I'll keep going.
Yeah, master clues are just not fun to do. Like
Yeah, they're
you
rough.
have to turn, you have to stop everything that you're doing, go turn in all of your clues, go grab new clues from like just kind of bad content, and then go do the master clue. It's like this this was just an hour of time spent not grinding towards my goals.
And you gotta have eclectics banked too, because like
Yeah.
mediums. Oh fuck, man. So
And then
alright,
also once you start getting elite clues, it's like, okay, I just went and caught 1,000 eclectics. Well, it's a week later and I have to go do it again, and I really don't want to do it because it's awful content.
it is. I hope they have a better way to get mediums in the future. That's like
Yeah.
on par with eclectics, because right now I don't like mediums because of eclectics. So, all right. So
Yeah.
elite section. Now, of course, it also considers getting all the elite drops. So it's only 10,600 because you're essentially doing elites until you get all the like the regular elite table, because that's what you need for
How
the
rare it is.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And some drops are only from elites, like the Lava Dragon Mass and the is it Ring of Nature, Tuxedo, and all that.
Yeah, the Tuxedo Ring of Nature Lava Dragon Mask. Yeah.
And
They're
that's
all on
actually what
different.
Sabe is going for, by the way, with this Arachnus. So
Yeah.
it's around 12,000 hours from elite clues alone. And for elite clues, I assumed you do 1 hour. Why did I write totems? It's Arachnus. I'm washed, dude. So you do 1 hour Arachnus to get the elite clue, and then you finish the clue in 10 minutes, which is very like I think it's
10 minutes seems feasible.
seems fast, but it's doable if you're Sebe level efficient, you can definitely do it, and that's
Yeah.
80.85 elites an hour. So you're doing a lot of Arachnus.
Yeah.
All right, now masters. All right, let's do masters now. So this is the juicy one,
The moment of truth.
the moment of truth. Do you want to guess? Do I let you guess?
Let me guess. That was 5,000. Then it was 12,000. I'm gonna go with 40,000.
40,000 masters. Final answer.
No, 40,000 hours for master clues. Final
Oh,
answer.
okay. It's actually 136,000 hours. So it's 92,000 master clues.
Jesus.
And this assumes you do an hour for the elite, so that's doing Arachnus. Then you have a 60% chance of having a hard clue going for it's actually like 64 or 66%, but whatever. 60% chance of getting the hard, or 5 minutes to get a hard clue from barraging jellies. 6 minutes for the medium and 2 minutes for the easy, and a 50-minute clue, and that gives you 0.68 clues an hour. So for 92,000 clues, that's 136,000 hours.
Yeah, that's like getting 200 mil all on a free to play UIN, but more.
Yeah, it's absolutely disgusting. Like there's
Yeah.
just no other way to put it to you. But
So
okay.
I think genuinely everything else is doable.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
by
let me
someone.
keep going. There's a little bit more. I
Okay,
did
please,
some
please.
estimations on my side. So if you combine everything together, including the clue scrolls and all the other things we spoke about, it's around 170,000 hours to complete the collection log. I'm gonna go here because it's I put it
A
on
hundred and
local.
how many? Sorry.
170,000 hours to
Okay.
complete the collection log. Now, if you assume like a higher or high level gamer who can play 5,000 hours efficiently a year, which is like unless you have no job, it's not attainable. You have to
Yeah.
play nonstop for that. It'll take 34 years to complete the collection log.
Oh. Oh.
So that hurts. Now, of course, like there's a lot of factors that come into play, and the major factor is clue scroll RNG. So in the 25,000 simulations that Nothing Last did, he had a worst case and a best case. In his worst case, I'm gonna go back here. Instead of doing 92,000 masters, he did 347,000 masters. So one guy in 25,000 got so unlucky. That's how many he had to do, and that increased the total hours to 639,000 for the clues alone. So if you get that RNG, you're not completing the collection log. I'm sorry. It's over for you. And it's possible that it happens to one of us too, so that's kind of sad. However, the best case situation, which is a lucky person out of every 25,000, they only had to do 26,500 masters, 6,900 elites, and 10,800 hards. And that's a total of 64,000 hours, which puts the completion of the collection at around 80,000 hours. Which still is 16 years, but
also that's 1 in 25k.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
Sorry,
someone's saying hi. Someone's saying, yeah, hell yeah, get lucky. So, it still puts you at 20 years ish. So, like, of course, like if you get good RNG, you could shave like 10, 15 years, 20 years off the collection log grind. But this also doesn't consider some other things like the clue expansions. So imagine if you're grinding masters and then they all of a sudden add a new third age item. Well, like rip, all your previous caskets were like pointless. You're starting back at 0. So that could set you back. And it's also not considering some new collection log slots, like for example, Guardians of the Rift recently and so on, like Nex or Raids 3. So that'll definitely add hours as you progress. And it also doesn't assume some new methods. So for example, Sepulchre Clues is going to help out, or maybe there's going to be a new method to get hard clues or totems, or maybe they're going to reduce the Skatizo drop rate, so jellies are not worth doing, and there's going to be alternatives. So in my opinion, I think it's possible to complete the collection log. I wouldn't say it's impossible. However, I wouldn't expect it anytime before 2030, the year 2030, and even then, that's very, very generous.
Yeah.
I think
I mean, these rates, right, were for Ironman. So
yes,
for mains, if it takes, did you say how many years was it? 34?
For irons, yes, but for a main, like you don't have to do Arachnus, right? You can get your elite clues twice as fast doing shades, so that shaves a lot of hours. Like it basically cuts these two almost in half.
Yeah, so it's definitely possible for like someone like Hey Jace to do that.
That's why I said 2030, because that's when I would expect a normie to do it. But an Ironman, like year 2040, maybe we'll see someone.
But also just going unlucky on that grind.
Yeah, it's over.
And you can either go lucky or you don't go lucky, right? Like, it's over.
And someone's bound to get Omega lucky. Like, it's gonna happen. Someone's gonna get so spooned. Like, they're gonna get non-stop third age pieces and no dupes, and so it could happen. You never know.
Yeah. Maybe that's why I'm going unlucky right now at Fasani.
Yeah, you're just banking your RNG for clues.
Yeah.
I mean, you have 1/3 HP, so you're closer than I am. You probably have a better completion rate than me for collection log, just because of that 3rd HPs. But what's cool about this sheet too is it would be interesting if we compare like people's logs, because I want to know, like, Hey Jace, he has 9 3rd age items or something like that. I want to know if he's actually rank 1, you know?
Yeah, can you ask, like, or is there a way to input someone and they can give you a rank based off of hours?
Well, you would have to integrate this with the website that pulls the data, and I'm not good enough at programming to do so, but I know it's a project in place going on at the collection log Discord to work on that, and that's actually where the sheet is from. It's like the draft. There was some information missing, and I just populated what was missing with like approximations.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah.
So hopefully one day they complete that, and that'll be really cool to compare, because we can compare both our logs too, because we've done significantly different content. So
yeah, we've done very different things. It'd be interesting to see how many hours we each have in it.
Exactly, and who's because I think I'm only like 30 slots ahead of you, but like I wonder if that makes up because I did a lot more PVM, or if you've done more.
Yeah.
Not sure. We'd have to compare.
Yeah, like revs and stuff like that, but your top capes are probably so much.
Yeah, the top capes, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But like then again, if you do efficient tops, you can catch up really fast. Or just turn on the lights. Man, I started this ramble and there was like a little bit of sun outside, and now it's dark. So
Yeah, we're just in our dens.
we're just like just calculating how many years we have to waste to do so.
I haven't showered since my run earlier, so I'm just in my own like
Dude, I,
salt.
I thought you were gonna say something. I haven't showered since my last collection log slot or something.
Dude,
Okay, let me just switch up this to my actual game. Aha!
my I started this. Oh, someone got Lil Zik. Congrats.
Hey, in
Um,
Olympus.
yeah. So I started this collection log episode at 362 days and 1 hour, and at 369 days and 3 hours. So I've been 7 days on the 999 collection log slot.
Whoa,
That's right.
that's so cool. You actually. Oh, I should do that too. See how much days played it takes per episode.
Yeah, but this one has been brutal. I don't
Yeah.
this.
But you also, it's brutal because you're making it brutal, you know? Like, you're deciding to go for a good last, like, 1,000 slot.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
just for
I
Sonic.
screwed up. I didn't record my 1,000th collection log slot in my last video.
Yeah,
I
that's
messed
unfair.
up. I think it was,
Yeah.
like, Abyssal Pearls, too, so it wasn't even that special.
Not even juicy. But yeah, I have enough things from Guardians of the Rift right now to buy the boots, and I want to go get the full set. But I want to also open after every game in case I get either
The needle, yeah. Or the
needle or
lantern.
the lantern. So I'm just not going back until I can start opening after every game.
Yeah, so you're gatekeeped by a nightmare.
Yeah. Hence why I'm doing solo Temperos right now.
You should come join me at Mythal Dragons. If you get a dragon full helmet, at least it'll be a cool slot.
Yeah. No, I'm happy I'm doing Temperos. It's pretty chill. I haven't been back here in so long. And I can see myself just like zoning out here.
Yeah, and I did a bit of it. It's chill. I didn't think I would enjoy it, but it's kind of relaxing if you do little sessions. But
How many points per game are teams?
5 if you focus up, like if you don't mess up.
Uh,
Very consistent though, so
yeah. With this, I get like
like 10
nine,
almost.
9 to
Yeah.
10 points per game, and it's very consistent and it's like very chill.
I mean, yeah, I just CBA doing a solo Temperos, because if you do team Temperos, you get your kill count goes up a lot faster. So
I used to care about kill count, but like since now everything has like the trackers in terms of am I
oh yeah,
DCing?
the amount of permits you've opened and so on. So that's one of the reasons why I did the mass
Hello, can you hear me?
multi-pod, so I can stack kill count.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes.
I DC'd there again.
Oh, rip. At least you weren't at Fasani, so that's good.
Yeah, but you're saying that's why you did a lot of solo Temperos?
No, team
Or
team
team
winter
Temperos?
top and
Team
team
Winter Top.
yeah, just for the kill count flex. Because if you go dry on the pet, you'll have a high kill count, so that'll be cool.
Yeah.
But no one really cares ultimately, but still.
I think at this point now I care more about experience than I do KC. Once I get on all the boss KCs, bro, the storm grew too long because of my DC.
Rip.
Oh my god, that's so frustrating. That's annoying. Okay, but yes, collection log.
But yeah, okay, so I wrote a couple questions here. I guess we can go into the questions, which will segue nicely into our conversations. So I'll start off with the first question, which is collection log goals. Do you want to go first?
Yeah. So I think at the moment I mentioned before, I want to unlock Slayer, and unlocking Slayer means getting all of the things needed to do Slayer efficiently. So like a Spectral from Corp, a Bow of Ferdinand. You know, even though it's like a kind of a niche bis, it's still a bis. The Vigor's Chain Mace. Just all things of the like, and also full Masori, the Heka, the new arcane upgrade, and the spear, and I also want to get the spear before I do Corp, and I also want to get full Inquisitor before I do Corp, and I also want to get full Inquisitor and the Mace before Raids 3, and I also want to get full Inquisitor and Mace before the Kodak. So
Do
there's
you
a
want to get
lot of
Torva too, or?
I don't know. Um, I think like after I get full Inquisitor, I will plan to get full Masori, but it's also like if I get full Inquisitor and full Masori, why don't I also get complete Nex?
Yeah.
And so I think like I'll just come to, if I want to do that at that point, I will, but I might not want to just due to Nex's gameplay and the team stuff. I just really don't resonate with team content.
Man, I don't think you have
So,
enough time to finish next until Raid 3 comes out. Because Raid 3, it comes out in like 3 months?
not all of this before Raid 3. Like, it would be wonderful to finish Inquisitor before
Okay, I see.
Raid
You just,
3.
yeah.
Yeah, but like in terms of completing Raid 3 as well, that'll take such a long time that like it'll like just in general, these are the goals, you know?
Well, I mean, your goals are, it's interesting because your goals are more PVM focused now, as opposed to me, which is more like chilling.
I think like my relationship with the game has slowly evolved in terms of like when I'm playing the game, I want to play the game. And like when I was playing it as a side thing in high school and stuff, I did a lot of AFKing on the side. And into college, like AFKing like sand crabs on my Iron Zerker type stuff, or on this account like Redwoods when I was doing my studies. But now it's like when I'm playing the game, I'm not at work, and I'm not doing something in the side typically. So I might as well just like go hard.
Yeah. I mean, that
Yeah.
is a big thing too, being
Similar.
able to like AFK or work from home or stuff like
Yeah.
that. That saves. It's a lot of like zero time that adds up.
Yeah. But I also find that when you AFK often, the AFK time bleeds into your active gaming time, so
Yeah,
you less actively game and AFK more.
that's true. I mean, I definitely noticed that. You would do like more trouble ring when in reality you could probably do something more active.
Exactly. Like you get home from work and instead of doing um
Fusan.
yeah, instead of doing Fasani, you go back to Trouble Viewing for a couple games and then go to Fasani
Yep.
after like an hour. So it definitely does cut into the
And
bigger
also like
goal.
eventually you hit a plateau of like AFK stuff to do, and now it's like I'm limiting on how much collection log I can AFK.
Yeah. The only thing that I'm AFKing now are my walks to and from work where
You do redwoods, right?
I do Redwoods,
Yeah.
which is super chill. Like it's just 40k experience a day. Redwood's pet for Beaver you mentioned is like 40 mil, so I'm gonna be doing that for a long time.
Yeah, but it's like, what's the alternative? You know, what would you do walking to work?
I've been thinking a lot about that lately, and I've been struggling with it. It's either I would do Dale, but I tried doing Dale a couple times in preparation for Guardians of the Rift, and it's not AFK enough. Like I can't just like zone out and listen to music. I have to like
There's
click
no,
every minute.
in my opinion, there's no point to do the alt because you get so many pure essence from chambers.
Well, Dale is just like is point 0.6 EHP zero time.
Oh, you're doing it for XP, right? You're not doing it for a
Yeah,
pet or that makes okay.
yeah. Because otherwise it would be like Castle Wars, but
And not
I don't
on
know what
mobile,
other
you need an
AFK
alt for that. So,
exactly. So I don't know what other AFK would be possible.
and you have like a lot of the pets too, the skilling pets. So
Yeah, I have mining and fishing.
you can do like one trouble brewing game. But yeah, it's not really that worth.
Yeah.
And trouble brewing on mobile is kind of AIDS, by the way, because you have to like use a
Just
bunch of
doing
buckets
with the bucket. Yeah, I no, I've thought about it. I think I'll probably just continue AFKing woodcutting, um,
until the pet.
or past the pet if I don't like Dale, or I'll move to Amethyst to start going to 20 mil mining.
Oh yeah, that's actually another thing too. If you do 2,000 CMs, it's around 150,000 amethyst arrows.
150k.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
I did the math and I was kind of depressed. I was like, why did I calculate this?
Yeah. And with solos, I imagine it's even more.
uh, Probably yes. I assumed like trios. So yeah, it's definitely a little bit more in solos.
Yeah. So I'll probably just AFK Amethyst on my walks to work after that. But it's like sad that you're not working towards a collection log slot.
Yeah, because you already have the pet. But I
Yeah.
mean, you need arrows anyways, so and you need darts too, like for all the other grinds.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's wasted. It's just no slots, I guess.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of other like good AFK things you can do, like but they're not that many hours. Like you can AFK like Chaos Druids for the outfit if you don't care about macro. You can AFK like the
Oh,
dragons or
But when I walk to work, I don't want to be like playing the game. You know, I want to be zen.
yeah. Well, that's what I did for a lot of my AFK. Like I would just AFK Amelia with the aggro timer, and that's it. That's how I got my Shaman Mask. That's how I got my Chaos Druid. That's how I got the what's it called again? The one from the
Renewal.
yeah, Ramble. That's what it is. I love how you
Mask of
knew what I was
Renewal.
talking about, dude.
Yeah. Well, I grinded it pretty recently as well.
That was pretty chill. I went a little dry for it, but it was pretty chill.
I went pretty dry for the Shaman Mask, but the renewal I didn't. I
Okay,
got
opposite
kind
for
of
me. I
lucky.
spooned the Shaman Mask, dude.
I would have rather spooned the Shaman because the renewal they gave hard clues.
Yeah, exactly. And also the Shaman Mask, like the majors kind of shit on you if you don't
Yeah.
play mage.
I perfect most of them.
Oh, of course you did, dude. I just AFK'd it. I think I finished like Chaos Druids and then I went. Oh, I think I'm leaking a video if I'm saying that though. Shit. I am leaking
You're
a
good.
video, dude. I'm gonna stop talking.
What are your collection log goals?
I'm all over the place, but right now I'm like extremely committed to Wildy Slayer. I'm almost 600 Darren keys dry for the. I mean, I'm leaking
Damn.
videos, bro. If I'm saying this stuff,
I mean, that's up to you.
I mean, I'm 600 dry for a piece of Dagon High. It's kind of obvious
Yeah.
which one it is if you watched it. If you watch the next video or the one after. Oh no, I already
Yeah.
showed it. I think so. Yeah. So I'm still going for the fucking top from episode 4. It's been like 3
When do you
months.
genuinely think you're gonna get it?
I don't know. I feel like I should set myself like a limit where if I reach 1,000 keys, I just stop and just take a break.
1,000?
Yeah, 1,000 open keys, and I stop.
But it's also one of those things though where it's like, if you don't grind it,
Yeah, I have
it's
to.
not gonna get done.
It's just because I wanna do Konar Slayer so I can do like KQ and all the other bosses. But I don't want to do that until I finish Wildy Slayer, just because I want to have Wildy out of the way, because Wildy is like very gate kept. Like if there's PKers, I have to do something else and so on. So.
Yeah.
But Konar, I can just send it
Also,
over
yeah,
to
I have
him.
I have my block list set for Wildy, so I don't want to like unblock everything and then go back again.
Dude, I gotta make sure I never show my block list, because I'm gonna get flamed. It's horrible, dude.
I'd probably flame you.
You would, dude. I have so. Oh man, I just don't care. And I remember thinking too. I was like, man, I should remove this and block like, like like bears, because I've skipped bears like 10 times at least. I'm like, I would have got my points back if I did that. But now it's like it's too late. I'm committed. I can't. So yeah. But and then besides that, of course, I want to finish the raids section. But I was thinking like I should probably chill on Tob, because I don't want to have 2,000 Tob cape and then not want to Tob with friends, And I'll for sure do Tob like with friends after the cape anyways. So it'll make more sense for me to just wait and just do it passively over time.
You gotta talk with me. I'm trying to get anything.
Well, you're doing Fasanis all the time.
Yeah, that is true. I whenever UIM Loki messages me, it's when I usually top because it's a
Oh.
trio.
Yeah, I don't do trios much, so unless it's
Yeah.
with hardcores. But I don't think you want to come Tob with hardcore, right? You've done it before. You've topped with
I
trios.
did it before with you. Yeah, you and Trex.
But yeah, I only do trios with hardcores now. It's fun.
I did PK the fuck out of one dude today though.
That's the fun part.
Yeah, I felt so bad.
Dude, the amount of times I did Tob with Trexie when I was like super, super drunk. And the next day I'm like, Trex, why did you Tob with me, dude? He's like, there's no one else. He's desperate. But yeah, good times.
When do you see yourself finishing the raids log?
Dude, it's actually interesting you say that. Like it feels like we're staging it, but it's not stage. It's
Nice.
so it's interesting because a couple weeks ago I was doing a lot of CMs, and I was looking at Temple to see how many CMs I was doing, And I calc that like based on the current rate I'm doing CMs, it would take me 3 years to get the 2K cape. And then I just got depressed and did less CMs. But
Yeah.
like, it's because I'm not able to sit down and grind CMs, right? Like I always do other things, and then sometimes RNG would ask like any CMers, and I'll do one CM with him, you know, or two CMs with him, and so it's not like top where I can sit down and do like a 6-7 kill cam
Session.
session. Yeah, it's like
What
one
if you
two.
soloed?
I don't like solo chambers. But
That's
you're right.
crazy.
I should do solos ideally.
Because it allows you to just grind it.
Yeah, and no team aspect and
Yeah.
oh, second shoe bone. Let's go.
And also the amount of gamer you become when if you do 2,000 solo
Oh,
chambers.
but the blood
You
runes I
challenge
would
for it.
need, dude. I don't think I
Yeah.
have enough blood runes for 2000.
Oh, you have to go rune crafting now.
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh, I also did the math too. Random side note. You know how many blood runes you get if you go for the pet doing blood RC with pure essence and the outfit?
How much?
3 million blood runes.
Bro, I was gonna say like 800k, but
3 million, dude. That's
that's
crazy.
so many. Yeah, you'll be set for a long time with
But
that,
you
but
need
not forever.
1.6, 1.7 mil essence, so which I have. But if you go dry, then you're kind of screwed. Like you need to get more
Yeah,
essence.
also go runecraft 1.7 million pure essence.
Yeah, it'll take a long
You know what I mean?
time. But
Yeah, that's yeah.
you're going for the pet, right? So like it's I would probably do that for the pet over like
Yeah.
what body runes or whatever because that's useless. So for me, for like in terms of for the account and like that many blood runes, you can like because I plan to scythe everything like you know like K2, Grotesque, and onto the
Yeah.
bosses.
Honestly, I've been thinking I should grind out a scythe.
Yes, you should be topping nonstop. In my opinion, right now is that you should be topping because it's not gonna get better. It's only gonna get
Yeah.
worse from here.
I just have to do Fasani first.
Nah, you should. You just have to think like you do like sessions of Fasanis and then you do sessions of top and you alternate between the two.
Yeah.
That's what you should be doing.
I mean, I haven't had many, like, it's really hard to find teams with work-life balance.
416.
Absolutely not. That's what I'm Fasaniing.
But like if you do 416, you can meet good people and you add them as friends, and then you know you can
Yeah.
snowball from there. That's how I did it. And like you get gamers and some, you get the occasional gamer in 416 here and there. It's just important to add them as a friend.
Um, what were the other questions that you had?
All right. So the next one is in real life. So like I know for you, for example, you spoke about moving out with the girlfriend recently. So I'm not sure how that's going.
Oh no, we moved in together.
Oh, it's official. Guess I'm late.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we've been living together for like 3 months now.
Cool. How is it?
I think it's going really well. She's behind me somewhere in bed, hanging out. It works very well. It's been interesting, like also especially like RuneScape showing a side that I'm vulnerable with to someone as much as like I play the game, you know, and my relationship with it. That's been interesting. But um, yeah, I think it's going great. I'm
Have you
very happy.
explained to your girlfriend what collection log is?
She knows a lot of general concepts. Like she likes, or I like rather telling her about the game, and she listens.
I'm just curious, like
But
what a normal person would think about the collection log concept.
yeah, I mean, like what she kind of sees, this is what I'm imagining is like I complain all the time about being dry at places. So she's like, "Why are you doing this?"
So why are you doing the
Sometimes,
content if you complain all the time? Yeah.
yeah, sometimes you don't have to be so disciplined and just stop. But um, I think she also sees the reason why I do it. So yeah, and my YouTube channel's been popping off, so there's always that.
Yeah, the YouTube channel is fun, honestly. I didn't think I would have fun making videos, but it's kind of satisfying.
Yeah, it's nice. And like when you have like a small intimate community, it just feels cool.
And how's
getting the
your Rooney and in real life balance going? I mean, I know you've cut down your hours significantly, so obviously it's going well.
yeah. Um, so from my perspective, I probably need to cut down hours still. But you saying that I've cut down my hours significantly demonstrates that I have in some
Yeah,
ways. But
I mean, me
I think
too. I've
like
cut down my hours, so maybe that's why I don't see you
yeah,
often either. But
I guess we both are, but we're not always on the time like we were during the pandemic. Like
yeah, I mean,
like
dude, I
full,
was a
full forward.
massive degen dude during the
Yeah,
pandemic. Like,
go for a run, game. Go to the gym, game.
the
Like
gyms were closed in Quebec, dude.
oh, like yeah,
So
that's
all
what
I
I
was
meant. Like
doing was just gaming and doing my
outside gym.
online school, which
Yeah,
is like leashing, dude. Like just leashing the classes. Like,
leashing the
oh man,
classes.
it was. So I don't know if that's a
VA services for your
dude.
classes.
Like,
Yeah.
it
But
was a joke, dude. Like I was basically playing like 15 hours a day because I was always able to AFK on the side while doing homework or being in class. Like, albeit it
On the
wasn't
part of the
efficient, but
girlfriend.
still.
Yeah. I think I do have to go kind of soon. So she came home a bit ago, and I haven't hung out with her yet.
That's fine. We can go over like a couple more questions and then just
Yeah.
close it in. We're closing it on 2 hours anyway, so it's a good length.
Oh shit, that's nice.
So okay, next question here. This is something I asked like Fat Clouds in his stream once, and he kind of found the question interesting, but he didn't go into too much detail. But how would you think the high scores would look like without a 200 mil XP cap? How would that be?
Like rank one was whoever had the most experience.
Yeah, like there's no, it's like for bosses, there's no cap.
Yeah.
It just goes. I mean, maybe there is a cap. We just haven't reached it yet. But
Yeah. I mean, hmm. I don't know if I would like that personally, just because you can go get 1 million experience an hour doing Karamvans,
yeah, as a normie, yeah, and I
right?
mean, there's way faster. You can do like Shins and Fletch and get like 4 mil XP an hour or something.
Yeah.
So
So I think that would significantly take away from
yeah, it'll take away the prestige for sure.
yeah.
But I
Like
would still think it would be cool to see who was rank one, like, because it would be
I
like
think
an ever-ending like race,
yeah.
like I'm sure it would be people with like 2 build XP in fire making or something disgusting.
Oh yeah, especially because like Winter Shot's one of those that you can just do, or
Super
generally
easy,
fire
super
making.
brain dead. You just do it, and
I
XP
think
per
like
hour is
part of
high.
what makes RuneScape so cool is it's forced. Like you have to play the game. You
Yeah,
know, you have to do everything for the game to make sense, and especially in Ironman mode, biased of course, but like even Mainscape, you kind of have to learn how to do some bosses to do others, and then similarly you have to do certain skills and get your quests. And the high scores following in that same theme seems fitting, and having it open would be kind of play.
it would be interesting, but I don't think it would. Like, it would be interesting to see rank ones, but it would devalue the entire like 200 mil
Yeah,
all mindset.
I like the concept of it, but also it would force people into a situation where it's like, now they can only do this. Now they can only do the most efficient
XP
um,
per hour, yeah.
XP per hour, which would just be painful.
All right, next question. YouTube series, dude. How was a YouTube series? I think we discussed it before a little bit, but
Yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot. It's been interesting not posting a video in a little bit because I just don't have any more content to post. And before I was like, oh, I have to edit a video every week and post it.
damn, I'm
Um,
catching up to that too.
yeah, but I kind of like it. I really just enjoy sharing, um, like sharing myself with people generally in life, in terms of like personal relationships or like professional, even to a degree. Like I work in hospitality. I enjoy talking to people in a particular way, and having the YouTube channel where I can talk to people and construct something like a narrative being this never-ending account, it makes it more fulfilling to me, you know. But also, I think it's a product to a degree of like finding meaning where there isn't, and we create it for our sanity, you know. But yeah, I really enjoy the YouTube channel. And I hope that I can release a new episode soon because
I hope so too, dude. We can break the dry
sucks.
streak.
Yeah. Yeah. You mentioned that you're enjoying the YouTube channel as well. That's really good to hear.
Yeah, like I've been recording clips since like January or something, and I just never had the motivation to like edit it. And then suddenly I just edited one video, and I was like, "Damn, this is actually kind of fun." I've been missing out.
And it's super chill. You just kind of like put them together,
Yeah,
and
you just
then
like it's like a. I mean, I used to edit videos when I was younger. Like, I used to make YouTube videos when I was a kid, and like I used to edit videos for like where I worked as a counselor at a summer camp. So I would edit videos for like the outings and all that, and present it to the parents. And it's like I had experience with it. I just like it wasn't like professional experience. It was just experience, but like I picked it up fast. It just I have a lot of work to do in that sense, and also with the clips, like I fucked up a lot at first with the sound notifications.
sound stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I got flamed for that in the Discord. It was funny, but and I remember like the guy's like, dude, what the hell? Why do you have those notifications on? And I'm like, bro, episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is gonna have it too, because I'm.
Right. I had some really bad audio stuff as well back in the day, and it's just like, well, this is what I got.
Yeah, it's like it is what it is. It'll get better. But I do my best to like mute it and try to like make it less worse. That's why when you hear my clips, you can sometimes hear like it mutes out, and that's because I like basically deleted a section of the notification. So, but episodes like 5 or episode 6 should not have it anymore. And the I also use a different software to record. I used to use Shadowplay from the graphics card to record the last 2 minutes, and now I use OBS replay buffer to record the last minute.
I guess it's a replay buffer.
Yes, it's a replay buffer. It's really fucking nice, dude. I
Bro,
binded a mouse key on my mouse, so every time something cool happens, I just click it and it records the last minute. And then if I want to
that's
record
really
anything longer, I just actually record it like with the recording feature.
Yeah.
So very nice. And that was recommended for someone in the collection log Discord too. So very
Right now,
useful.
I do Fasani's with my sound on, so it's like it'd be bad for the clips, I guess.
How do you record? What do you use? Camtasia? Oh no, you use a different software. I forgot. You told
No,
me.
I just use OBS. Whenever something happens, I click record.
But you don't get like, do you get live reactions? Like, or do you have to record in advance?
I don't get live reactions, but like I click the first second that something happens, I go to my recorder and click start recording.
Okay, you should set up the replay buffer so you get your actual reaction, and you can mute your desktop audio too if you don't want it.
I think because it's the game audio, it still works. It still happens.
But you have like two options in your OBS. You can have desktop audio and microphone audio. You can just mute the desktop one, and it should still pick up your microphone if you set it up correctly.
Yeah, I think I did do that. Maybe I've been a little scared of it. I'll check again.
Try it out. It's worth. And yeah, I mean I guess that's all I have.
I mean that was pretty good.
A solid ramble. We went over some degenerate goals that is technically feasible, but not really. But
Yeah. If anyone, what do you want someone to do if they listen this far?
dude, if they listen this far, like they should see a doctor. No, I'm sorry, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, let us know what doctor you went and saw after you listened to this.
I mean, if you got this far, I guess you could talk about what you're grinding in game for the collection log. Because I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you probably have somewhat of an interest in the collection log. Otherwise, you would not have sat through an hour and a half of me explaining some grinds. So
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
cool. So I guess I'll put in the description your YouTube channel, and I'll put the collection log Discord. I'll put the 07 Iron Discord. What else?
Shout out to all the people that are cool.
Shout out to everyone who does collection log. Only collection log people.
Yeah.
Fuck every
When
other
I said
community,
everyone
dude.
that's cool, that's only people that are cool. Last note on that, the collection log is really cool in that it unites people from so many different communities. In like one defense people and Zerkers and then like different Snowflake accounts. Everyone could do the collection log. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
And it also regroups mains and irons together, which is what I like.
Yeah, I agree.
That's why, like, if I wasn't an iron, I would probably do collection log on a main.
Me too. I've been thinking about like, damn, what if I just like went main and then had all of the items in the game, and you
Yeah, but
could
you
collect
still have to
them all.
grind it again. You know, you'd have to still do Nightmare for the green log and so on. So it's not like it. But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get your
You would
point.
just
Like
be
you
like
could
doing
do
Nightmare with a staff, or with
with a
a
scythe
harm orb
and a
and a
harm.
scythe, and full Inquisitor. That would be
That'd be
so
sick.
cool.
Or you can work your way to those gear items and then
I know.
do
No,
it
it's never
yourself.
like it's not ever gonna happen. Like that, I'm gonna do that. But
Yeah,
you know,
fuck the harm orb. True. Burn pages.
and also with the arcane upgrade, it's gonna.
Oh yeah.
It's not even worth. Right, well, yeah. Thank you so much for the call. It's been a
No
pleasure.
problem. It was a good chat. I'll try to
Good job.
pile this up together and post it on YouTube.
I'm excited to see it. Thanks, brother.
Well, good chat. Good luck at Fasani's tomorrow, I guess. Or maybe
Yeah,
tonight if you go back.
I'll probably go back in a little bit.
Probably gonna go to bed in a little bit. I'm tired.
I'm gonna get some food. All right, man. Much love.
All right, have fun with your girlfriend. Take care, and
Yeah.
talk to you soon.
Yeah. Peace.
Peace out. Ha! You thought I wouldn't show you the opening for these two chewed bones that we got during this video. Any... Oh... 10 Runite bolts, dude. That's big. That's really big. That's gonna be used with revs, dude. That's like 2 rev kills right there. Oh, pause. Boop. Prayer potion. Cool. 15 kill count. Nice.